Okay, Trump's second impeachment. Let's talk about this. So now he has been impeached for the second time in the House of Representatives. I guess this would be Nancy's third attempt at impeaching him because you've already tried twice. Once in the House, which of course we knew that would pass through because it was a House majority of Democrat. And now it's going to now this time we have more Republicans voting in favor, plus more of you still hold majority in the House. Now, of course, we already know next it's going to Senate, and this might hurt some feelings, but I seriously think it's going to go to the Senate, and even if everybody votes along party lines, even if the Republicans vote no and the Democrats vote yes, he still loses. If there's something more that can be done, I'm not aware of it, please let me know. I mean, I'm open to criticism, I promise. But if you think for 1 minute this has anything to do with what happened on the 6th, you're sorely mistaken. They know what they did. They know that they've done it. They've gotten away with it. They also know that unless he is impeached, there's nothing legally stopping him from running again in 24. They are doing everything in their power to ensure that legally he cannot rerun again in 24. Now, there are still more avenues they can do besides impeachment, and I guarantee you they will go down every avenue possible to ensure that Donald J. Trump cannot run for President of the United States. However, there's nothing legally stopping his son, his daughters, anybody within the Trump family from running for office. Nothing. They've done absolutely nothing that would warrant them from stopping it. Now, I think it will go through. It's not going to be a surprise to me either way. Now, I will say that there's still speculation of there's some weird stuff going on in D.C. right now that no one can really explain. When I do more research and I'm more close, and I think I know what's going on, I will let you guys know. But what are your grounds on this time? Last time you said for 3 years he colluded with Russia. That was proven to be false. That was proven to be false. That was proven to be manufactured. Yes, I read the Mueller report. Actually, I have 3 copies of it right over here behind me on my bookshelf. 3 separate copies. And you want to know what Mr. Mueller said in that report? And he said it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Not enough evidence to convict, not enough evidence to acquit. In any other court in the United States of America, that case would have been thrown out. You never saw it. You never heard about it. But because it pertained to Donald Trump, and you were so desperate to get power back after Obama left office, you pushed it through. You continued. Then you used a hoax of a quid pro quo phone call. Not only did I read that transcript, I posted that transcript on the internet. And let me tell you something. You guys, you're all a bunch of hypocrites because the very same thing that you tried to impeach Trump over in that phone call, we have Joseph Biden on camera admitting to getting a certain prosecutor fired if he doesn't stop the investigation of his son, or Ukraine doesn't get that $1 billion of aid money. That's quid pro quo. But again, as I've said in other videos, the left gets a pass, and the right will always be held to the fullest extent accountable. All of you Democrats who are pushing this right now, you're pushing this on the grounds of inciting an insurrection. You're all hypocrites, and you should be expelled from Congress. You should be expelled from the House. You should be expelled from the Senate. You should all turn your pins in. Because what did you do all summer when this country was on fire? First of all, if you, in your Democrat-run cities, you just let it go. You let the burning and looting go. Why? Because you wanted people to go to the polls in November, pissed off and divided. That's exactly what you wanted. You wanted everybody to go to the polls in November, divided and pissed off at Donald Trump. Now, I think it didn't work in the way you expected it to work. I think what it did is it did the opposite effect. People saw you for who you really were. So they didn't vote your way. But then again, you just showed us that no matter which way we vote, you're just going to do what you want anyway. By whatever means you can. But all right. As of right now, there's not much more legally. Not much more legally he can do. Again, if I'm not aware, just let me know. You all say that, but then again, all summer long, you let an insurrection take place in the streets of this country. You let an insurrection take place in Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. within almost buildings within 1 mile, within 1 block of the Capitol were burning down. People were walking through the streets chanting, "Death to America." But there again, they're protected under the First Amendment, and they get a pass because whose side are they on? They're on your side. Now, I've said my piece. I think that we're in a pretty rough spot. We're all about to get served we're about to get served a shit sandwich, and we have no other choice but to take a bite. Doesn't mean we have to like it. And one more thing, all of you who keep preaching unity, I'll address that in another video. But if you honestly think that over 70 million people, I'm just going to say it, almost 80 million people in this country, after 4 years of being called a racist, a homophobe, and a bigot, you really think they're going to hold hands with you, sing Kumbaya, and sit around a campfire? No. It's not going to happen. All right. Just something for it. Just thought I'd give you my piece. A few things to think, and hopefully this will reach somebody, and a little food for thought.